Well, it's Friday. I'm DrFlux. You know what that means. Today is another Flux Friday. In today's episode, we have a few things to talk about, two of which are blasters that have really piqued our interest here at Flux Labs. Number one, the Diana. Now, the Diana is a tight, small form factor, brushless flywheeler that is only comparable to something like a Pew Pew. At around $300, the Diana is a very competitive offering compared to the Pew Pew, where Pew Pews are around $700 and you have to go on a lottery to get one. I know it seems like a lot of money, but once you start adding brushless flywheels with a control board and motor controllers and all that type of stuff, it really increases the price. Not to mention, this thing's tiny. Brushless blasters that are twice this size, if not 3 times this size, still cost upward of several, up to $500–600. Now, we do not have a Diana here on the channel yet, but we are looking to get one, so make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to see that review. The second blaster that's really piqued our interest is the Worker Seagull. Now, the Seagull is essentially a smaller Harrier, if you will, in which it's just a little bit more compact. And to be honest, I'm a big fan of the Worker Harrier. I've already run it in several competitive style type games, and it's treated me very well. So to see a smaller, more compact, fine-tuned version of the Harrier makes me really excited. Now, I have spoken with Luke over at Added Darts, and he has agreed to send one over for us to review. So that's gonna be a great blaster to take a look at. Can't wait to get it in hands and run it through its paces. Now, this next blaster comes from a user that goes by the name, I'm probably gonna butcher this, Rayjar? Rayjar, I believe that's it. Now, I will be providing a link in the description to this, but we have a blaster that essentially is the blaster I've been waiting for since I've started the DrFlux channel. Many of you that have been watching the DrFlux channel for, several years now will know that the first video I ever did was to modify the Nerf rival charger to look similar to a P90 because I absolutely love the P90 aesthetics. Fast forward, throughout the years, you'll see that I constantly attempt to find this, it's almost like a holy quest of the Nerf P90, which we look at the bulwark, we look at the actual N90, we look at various mods to the charger, like the one in which it makes it accept a magazine to look more like a P90. But the main issue I always ran into was it wasn't quite a P90. Those of you who know how a P90 operates, it actually takes the projectile and rotates it and then feeds it into the chamber to be fired. Now, what we saw with the bulwark design, which we like to call the water wheel pusher, is that it actually scoops the darts out of the magazine in this orientation and just kind of pulls it and puts it into the flywheels. That's not exactly how a P90 works, so we never really saw this. However, this particular P90 project actually does that. It actually fires the dart exactly how a P90 should, and it's able to do so with this special design magazine along with loading system. Very amazing stuff. I've been following this project for almost a year now, and there is occasional updates to the project. So if you are interested in getting the real deal, and I use this term loosely because in prior videos I say, yeah, this is the real P90. I'm gonna have to say though, like, this is actually as close to a Nerf P90 that we will ever get. Now, if you're interested in this, make sure to follow his Instagram and see any updates as to where this project's going. I don't think there is any date in which this thing will be released. So all I can say is follow him, encourage him, give feedback, and that stuff goes a long way, I found. Sometimes people just need a little bit more desire and excitement behind their project, and I really, really cannot wait for this thing to be completed. So yeah, check it out. I'm a huge fan. I just can't wait to get one of these in hands and maybe do, some DrFlux colors, and it'll probably become my main blaster for like a close engagement type of scenarios. Well, if you've made it to this far in the video, I want to give you a special thanks. Here at Flux Labs, we have a lot of really great content in store, so make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you can see when we make new content. As always, be safe and happy foam flinging.